What up, ladies and gentlemen? Let's talk a little bit more about Tesla and how it's taking over the car market. All right, so Tesla is currently the leaders right now in scaling their business to become a larger business. All right, so there's other car companies out there that have been producing cars for a long time, but when it comes to electric cars and at the rate that they're being pumped out, Tesla definitely has some secret sauce to whatever it is that they're doing. They figured out how to manufacture cars a lot faster, and it's helping them to scale their business at a staggering rate, which no other car company has actually ever seen. Currently, right now, it takes probably about maybe 24 to 30 hours to put together a Volkswagen, but Tesla figured out how to do that in 10 hours. And what's even crazier is that they just figured out another method, which they're building their new factory coming up soon, which is going to help them scale their cars from 10 hours of putting together to even less time. We don't know exactly what time that is, but that's pretty outrageous for them to figure out how to make it even faster. Not only are they the industry leader in scaling, they're also the industry leader in profits. You see, right now, when it comes to profits on, I would say per car, majority of car companies probably average around maybe 8, 7, 9%. 9% would be glorious, making margins of that number on a car. But currently, Tesla, at one point, I think they were doing about 35% gross margin. I think they could be maybe around the 12 or 15 mark right now, but still, that is pretty much leaders, and the leading standard is around about whatever Tesla's doing, but it was lower than that at one point for what car companies were expecting to make off of each vehicle. It was pretty low, but Tesla has managed to hit high numbers, which have been unseen in the auto industry ever. So they definitely are leading in scaling and also leading in profitability, which is pretty outrageous, especially since they're the new kids on the block. Also, when it comes to making profits, they are the leaders. Outside of all the EV companies, China is only EV companies that are making money off of their car sales. But Tesla is basically leading. They're pulling in the most profits for every car that is sold. Specifically speaking about EVs, you see EVs around the world are being sold from, especially from other car companies or American car companies, and they're losing literally millions and billions to be exact, of dollars for all the amount of cars, electric cars that are trying to pump out into the market. They're not making any profit off of them. Tesla is the only car company making profits off of the electric vehicles besides the Chinese markets. We're talking about here in America strictly. But that's pretty outrageous that there's car companies that are selling EVs for a loss, while Tesla is the only one besides a few Chinese companies that are actually making money. And Tesla is completely blowing the other Chinese EV companies out of the water when it comes to the amount of profits that they're making on each car being sold. And on top of that, the number one sold car in the world is an electric vehicle, and that is the Model Y. Yes, exactly, the Model Y. Why, you say? Because it's just better. I mean, I'm not the one who's putting out these numbers. It's just the people on the planet. It's what they want. And from the numbers that have been ran, other people are saying that it's a Toyota RAV4 or the Toyota Corolla, but actually the numbers came out and it is not those cars. The best sold car globally is the Model Y. Also, the best sold car in Europe is the Model Y. Not only is it just that, it's Europe is taking it in. A lot of countries around the world are starting to recognize and turn their heads towards electric vehicles. Other people say that maybe they want a hybrid because it's a good transition, but honestly, a hybrid is a very complex vehicle that has nothing to do with an EV at all. It's just another way for them to keep selling you cars with a gasoline engine inside of it. Think I'm wrong? Prove me wrong. I'm not here to point fingers and say who's wrong. I'm just here to deliver some information. Check out this clip here from Kathy Wood as she drops a little bombshell about where she believes Tesla price is going in the near future.
That feels like some are starting to understand it less lately, Kathy, is of course Tesla. It's not performing, and it feels like everybody everywhere is going after Elon Musk all the time. It is your second biggest holding. Are you holding on, and how should investors view Tesla right now?
Yes, well, we report our trades every day, and you will see that we have been buying Tesla. There is so much negative psychology in the stock right now around electric vehicles themselves, which we think is misplaced. We think electric vehicles are going to continue to gain share and really take over the market in the next 5 years. EVs, we think, will be the bulk of the market in the next 5 years. So, and then beyond that, robo-taxis are going to change the landscape entirely. So our target price, published target price, which is going to change, is roughly $2,000. The stock is a little below $200. So we're talking about a 10x in our base case, and that's not even our bull case.
So yeah, that's what she says the base case is going to be at the time in about 5 years. And that's based off of the information of the trend that it keeps following, that it's very likely that Tesla stock price will be $2,000. And she believes that's going to happen because in 5 years, they believe that the bulk of the market is going to be electric vehicles being sold instead of gas cars. And then with the robo taxis, which is going to be cars without humans inside of them, she believes that these will be taking over Lyft and Uber and any other taxi service, because it's going to be literally an order of magnitude cheaper to be around inside of a robotaxi. If it costs like $70 to get to the airport, it's a very good possibility that that can go down to about $7. So it's going to be a no-brainer for a lot of people when that time comes to just jump in a robotaxi instead of waiting for a person to drive you around. Well, that's about all the information I have today. Keep tuning in for more info about Tesla and where the automobile industry is going and about big tech. I'll see you guys around next time. See you tomorrow.